Live. I hope everyone can see and hear me. As always, happy Monday. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. I sure did. I mostly unplugged and it was pretty nice. Um, Today's topic, I want to be more candid with you guys. Look, I think a lot of times with tech tubers, YouTubers, crypto tubers, you only really see the good. Nobody ever really shows you the bad. And I don't frankly know if a lot of people want to hear the bad, but I just like to be real. And the last, I don't know, probably like 4 or 5 days, I've been kind of a little burnt out on mining. And I kind of want to go over why. Well, the first reason I kind of feel like I'm burnt out is, a little bit on the price side, as you guys can see basically right here. GPUs are not very profitable right now. Zealous isn't doing too hot. Iron's not doing too hot. I mean, you can just look at the prices here. You see Iron right here. You see Zealous. You see Husat. That was an interesting one, and I'll be doing a video on that later today. Zealous isn't doing too hot, and GPU profits are not doing too good right now. And when GPU profits aren't the best, if you have any issues in your farm, you kind of don't really feel like fixing them. Now, I have a little bit of a lull in my schedule as I have a bunch of parts coming in later this week. I have like 5 or 6 server cases coming in, and I'm going to be doing a complete shed reorganization. And I have a plan to deal with I've got I want to say like 8 to 10 GPUs that just are not agreeing with me right now. And I have a plan with some of those. I mean, you're talking 8 to 10 out of 100 I think I have like 160 to 175 GPUs going right now. So it's a very small percentage, but it's still super, super annoying nonetheless. You have that. That's annoying. And then, you don't really want to fix some of them because the prices are terrible. And then, there's so many coins to spec mine right now that if you're not spec mining them perfectly, then you're not, I don't want to say wasting your time, but you're definitely not making that good profits. Like, what if, and I'm going to be doing a video on this dropping later today, but like, what if you spec mine a coin, right? And you're doing well on it, okay? Like, say you get on a coin early, like let's say that PubDag coin, right? Let me go to it real quick. I want to show you what I'm talking about. So say you get on PubDag really early, right? And you do really, really well. I think I had when PubDag, I don't even remember how much I had. But anyway, say you have a ton of it, right? And, if you're spec mining the correct way, you're putting it all in a wallet that's on a VM. And if it's on a VM, right, it's not going to connect to your network. Like, theoretically, if it's a good VM, you shouldn't be able to access it outside of, you shouldn't be able to access it anywhere. Because if there's a virus or you're going to get hacked, then they can get into your network. So, say you're out with your family or with your friends or whatever for the weekend or I don't know how much time, right? And then the coin goes live. Well, you just missed your chance to make a lot of your profit. Now, that's not to say you're not going to do decent, but you could go from making like 2,000 to like 200, and then you're just like, all right, that's fun. So that kind of kills like if you're going to be out or really busy in in the coming week or so, it kind of makes you not really want to spec mine as much because if you can't cash it out, what's the point of spec mining? And it seems to be lately, at least, like the trend. Now, obviously, it's all gambling at the end of the day, so which you should be responsible about. But that's not to say that you may get like a coin like Zealous, where when it releases, it's super stable. I mean, Zealous released at $20, and short shot up to 35 for a little bit, and I hope some of you cashed out on that. Then it went back down to 18, but I mean, Zealous has been here for a while. So like for every Zealous, you end up with like a PubDag where it does really good and then it collapses, or you end up with do you guys remember POW blocks? Hold on, I think it was called XPB. It's not even here anymore. Like POW blocks lost 99% of its value in 90 days. Like it used to be really, it was almost a GPU mineable coin, and if you had it on your Jazz miners, you were crushing it. And then the price collapsed. It it's hard right now, right? Like you have to be on top of things. You have to be on top of your hardware. And that's assuming you have an easy farm. Like my farm is easy. I don't have issues with a lot of my stuff. And like I said, with like 10 or 11 GPUs, um, with 10 or 11 GPUs down out of 100 or almost 200, I'm doing pretty well. So catching up on some of the comments, the pirate says the first few days Zealous was over $100. Now I'm not talking about the value of the coin because the value of the coin wasn't over $100. I'm talking about how much you can make per day. I know I came in late. I'm going to do a video on that later. But Zealous was actually great. Like Zealous lasted way longer than it should have on profitability because it was borked. Because the profitability calculators were borked. So everybody was just mining, crappy Caspa forks and iron with it, which wasn't very profitable. So like it's just frustrating a little bit if you don't want to put like full-time jobs worth of energy into it. And I'm not saying, look, it's not the worst right now, right? Like I was doing my profitability numbers. Right now my farm costs about $64 to run. And for example, yesterday I made looking at my numbers, I made about $78. No, I made about $80, not counting my spec plays, as in like the stuff I'm mining that doesn't have an exchange. So, I mean, that's not terrible. Like, I'm making $11 profit right now. Plus, you got to understand I can write off the power. So, if it's $63 a day, right? I could write off about, I don't know, I could probably write off about $15 of that. So I'm really making, $30 a day. So it's not the worst. And I'm not sitting here doing a ton of work on it. It's just that it's still like it's hard to get super motivated and super excited. And Phallus Sheka, I can't pronounce your name, and if I mess it up, I'm sorry. He says my XPB all wasted because of the Lexichain. Yeah, guys, like it can be frustrating when you spec mine and you hold something because you think you got a hold and it just loses its value. Like I'm currently holding a little bit of Warthog that's definitely lost value. It's not that much, so it's not the worst. I'm holding Cubic. I don't know why I'm holding Cubic. Now I'm not mining it with much, just like my BC250s along with my 7900X, but I'm holding it. I don't know why, but I just am. I haven't sold it. I'm holding some iron, which I started converting to a lithium, although I should have did that a few weeks ago. So it's like it's hard, right? It's like, do you sell now, or if it goes down, is that a bad thing? Yes, it's a bad thing, but like, do you sell your coins now and put it into something you hope has higher growth, and then if they both tank, then you just wasted your time. But like, for example, I'm going to be converting some of my ironfish, which is down right now, into a lithium. Like so ironfish is down, but so is a lithium a little bit. I mean, it's kind of up, but so I'm going to convert some ironfish into a lithium, and if a lithium takes off, which I hope it will, it'll be worth it. But like literally all my bags the majority of my bags for the last 2 to 3 months are all lithium. So like if a lithium has a huge hit, obviously my mindset will change. But if it doesn't, I'm kind of like, Now look, I do want to specify that like these are all first world problems, right? I'm not gambling my life away. I'm paying all of my power. So all of this profit that I'm making is pure profit because I'm not holding, I'm not paying for power out of pocket. I don't feel that good about everything to do that, and I just can't in my current financial situation. And on top of all this, I kind of have to worry about my rate going up. Like, I'm not sure if my rate is going to be going up again. I'm currently at like 10 cents per kilowatt hour. I'm super blessed for that. Now, I certainly don't know how long that's going to last. Fast says over 1K alpha you held. I have a pretty decent amount of lithium. I don't really like to, like, some people like to share their portfolios. I don't really like to, but I'm not I'm holding a decent amount of it. Like all my profits for the last 3 months. So like all my Zealous profits, which were nice, they're all in Lithium. Everything is in Lithium. Minus, I took like $300 out to buy a GPU. Red Panda Mining says, "Oh yes, yeah. I'm a little burnt out too, Panda, and I'm sure you are as well. But Panda, your rate's nice. Like if I had your rate, I would be a little bit less burnt out. But like it's definitely hard. I understand where you see these people that are like watching us tubers and they have like 30-40 cents power and they're like, what the heck am I supposed to do? And I think I might start trying to maybe do a video or two where it's like, if you have super high power, maybe this is how I would mine. So that might be interesting. 3 mil says Radiant pumping. Well, if Radiant's pumping, let's take a look. I'm definitely doing this video kind of off the cuff where we're just going to, kind of talk about how it can be a little bit of a bummer. Oh, Radiant's gone up about 10 to 20%. So this is how I'll share with you how much Radiant I have. I have almost about 1 million Radiant. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see how it goes. It's funny. I definitely got 150,000 of it solo mining with 1660 supers. Is that? Nope. I think I forgot a 0. Yeah. So I mean, my 1660 supers definitely did well on Radiant. So that'll be entertaining. What's up, Jersey Jedi? 3 mil says 24 cents last month. Is that 3 mil? You mean Radiant price? Crypto Marco says, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Red Panda says 30-cent power, do nothing. Yeah, look, but it seems like a lot of people have 30-cent power, right? Like, let's look at the average power rate in the U.S. And the U.S. average power rate and the U.S. has better power rate than most people do. So, like, if you look at the average power rate for people in the U.S., right? I mean, I think this is cents per hour. Yeah, this is cents per kilowatt. I mean, look at this. You're talking New England, basically where Chump Change lives. Connecticut, 29 cents. Maine, 22 cents. Massachusetts, 29. Jesus. Rhode Island, 30 cents. Vermont, 22 cents. Mid-Atlantic, so this is where I am. 19 cents average. Jersey is 18 cents. New York, 23 cents. PA, 17 cents. Now, I am way lower than that average. I'm about 10 cents. I think I'm going to go up to like 13 or 14, which is really going to suck. But, I mean, it's way better than a lot of this other stuff. I mean, even look at, like, the middle of the country. Like, Illinois, 16 cents. Indiana, 14 cents. Ohio, 16 cents. We don't get decent rates until we're getting to the middle of nowhere. Like, Iowa has 13 or 12 cents. North Dakota, 10 cents. And then, the South Atlantic, like, Virginia's 14 cents. North Carolina's 15 cents. Maryland's 18 cents. Eek. I guess the Alabama seems okay. That's 15. No, that's 16 cents. That's bad. Jeez. Texas, where Son of a Tech is at 15 cents. Like, none of these rates are very good. I mean, thank God you're not in Hawaii with 45 cents. California is 32 cents. Ugh. Washington State is 11 cents. I know they're a pretty solid place to mine. Like, there's not that many states with good power. So, I mean, like, look at all this power that I'm reading. Catching up on chat. Jock Miner says, I am sticking to my plan. Just mine the most efficient algo on a mineable, paying bonk. Hey, man, I hope bonk moons, and I can take all the screenshots of you all over the stream saying, let's go, bonk, bonk, bonk. So, I mean, like, this is not the best. Like, all right, so if we look at it, what do you guys think is a competitive rate? I mean, I guess you could theoretically be profitable up to like 16, 17 cents, which is like half of the country. But then if we get to like the world, what is the average kilowatt hour rate in Europe? I know there's a lot of European guys here, right? In Europe, like, what is Europe's power rate? Like, let's see. No, they don't really. Monthly electric prices in European countries. No, I can't. If anybody has a site that shows you European prices, that would be cool. Um, okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. Ireland 53 cents, Italy 46 cents, United Kingdom 44 cents, Belgium 43 cents, Germany 40 cents. Jesus. The US looks great compared to this. I mean, Spain 24 cents. You guys looking at this? Peru 19 cents, US 17 cents. Oh my goodness. So I guess unless you're in India, Russia, Venezuela, although Venezuela's cracking down on mining. I don't even know if Venezuela has a government to crack down on mining. But like look at all these prices. Jesus. Like the majority of the world. I mean, I don't know how you guys mine in Europe. Props to all of you for doing it. Backwards Miner says 9 cents in Virginia. Now I'm sure there's I'm sure there's ways to get not crappy power rates, as I'm going to hopefully discover soon. But I'm just going on averages. Like, I was talking to Panda about it, and he'll verify. It definitely seems like GPU and crypto mining in general is going to be way more centralized. Now, obviously, there's going to be ways to make it work. Like, I have a lot of pretty profitable stuff in my farm. You know, like the 170HXs are killing it right now. My Jazz Miner X16Q is making me about $4 to $5 a day right now. Let's see. Adam Williams says at 50 cents, I would be unplugging the fridge for half the day at least. Oof. Ohio. Chris Hanley says 19 cents in Ohio. I know someone in Ohio is a lot less than that. I wonder what he's doing differently. I don't know, guys. That I'm not saying you should quit mining, and I'm certainly not quitting mining. I'm just saying that there's a lot of factors going against us right now, and it's kind of making it tough. Drew says BC250s are barely break even at 10 cents. Yeah, they are. Look, I'm a big BC250 guy. I'm sponsored by PCSP. But my two BC250s did not make money last week. They didn't lose that much, and I made a lot on Cubic the week before. So like, I think I'll be basically break even right now, but I think after this Cubic epoch, I may switch back to Wart. But once my power rate goes up, I'll definitely probably shut the BC250s down. At least for a while. That's not to say that they'll never be profitable, but I don't know how much more I'll be doing with those. I was going to pick up a third one, I thought, but I definitely am like, nah, I'm good. Chris Hanley says, can be 9 cents in the country, but sketchy power lines, shopping for houses, and power is my main focus. Yeah, I mean, obviously you don't want to be in a sketchy area, and I'm sure when you're in the boonies, you have a better rate. But I'm just going off the averages. And again, guys, I don't mean to be super negative about all this, right? Like, I mean, it's definitely profitable, and there are definitely ways to be profitable. And I think you'll see a video series in the next few days of me kind of like trying to, change my fortunes and trying to change the way I do things. But I don't know. It's tough. So what am I mining on the BC250s now? Fast asked me. I am mining, what I am mining on my BC250s. I am mining Cubic and Ironfish right now. And Zill. Cubic, Iron, and Zill. What I will say about the BC250s, I think what I'm going to do, since I have a lot more power freed up, I think you're going to see me where I have the BC250s on their own circuit so I can get the exact power draw of them. And I'm going to really, really start kind of watching them to like really monitor their profitability. I mean, they're still really cheap, right? Like, they're still only $500. And I mean, I'm sure they have it shows that they only have 500 left. I'm sure there's more than that. I mean, I can't say for sure. Maybe a lot of people are buying them. Let's see how many new ones they have. They've got up over 1,000 of these left, so I wouldn't worry about them selling out anytime soon. But I mean, I made money off mine. But am I going to keep making money off them? I don't know. So the hash rate I'm getting on Cubic now is like 32 because Epoch switched. And the iron hash rate I'm getting because Phallus Sheka asked me. Hey, Hawk Tech Mining said he's just dropping by to say hello. What's going on, Hawk? I'm bummed that I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to Mining Disrupt, but I can't wait to share all the great stuff you and Terra have going on. I know that Terra is their rates for hosting aren't bad, guys. And I was hanging out with Hawk and King a while ago, probably way later than I should have, and listening to them talk about how passionate they are about hosting GPUs, I was shocked because I was like, man, guys, I do it with one rig, and I don't know how you guys are doing it, but Terra's doing the good work, guys. So if you need a hosting company, they're certainly not a bad one to check out. But yeah, man, Hawk, thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it. But I mean, I hope you guys, Hawk, I hope you're more positive than I am on crypto mining right now. But there are some bright spots. For as negative as I'm being, right, there's some good price appreciation. I mean, look at Caspa. I don't know how many of you guys are iron hands in Caspa, but I am beyond diamond hands in Caspa. And watching the Caspa prices go up and up is good. My Caspa position is pretty big. And Caspa is a living proof that if you GPU mine something early and you hold it long enough, it does really, really good. And Hawk said, thank you, jumping back in a meeting. Well, thanks for jumping in, Hawk. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me, man. Backwards Miner says, efficient Kapow Hyperia iron for me, finishing my bags. And Raven is never full enough. Man, I get it. Like, it's hard to tell which coins you should build bags of and which coins you should dump. And Panda says, GPU mining is dead. Man, I don't think GPU mining is dead. I think GPU mining is hard. And I think you need to have very specific GPUs. Like, guys, if I could dump all of my 3070s, I would. Honestly, like, a week of, having a full week of my 170 HXs. I love these things, guys. Like, I would, if I could, my entire farm would be 170 HXs and 4060 or 4070 Ti's. That's what it would be. It would be both of those. They'd be great on memory and they'd be good on core. Fast asks, what about Ergo? Do I hold any? Yeah, I hold a pretty decent sized bag of Ergo. And actually, it's funny you say that because I've really, really been resisting dumping it. Like, it was a prime dump candidate for me as I needed to pay some bills. But I actually sold, like, to give you an idea of how much more, well, of course the price is down, but how much more I believe in Ergo than some GPUs. I literally sold some GPUs so that I could not sell my Ergo bag and I could hold on to it. I'm actually looking to see what the hash rate is of Ergo right now. What is the network hash rate of Ergo? Let's see. Hash rate history. Oh, man. Ergo is so low. Ergo hash rate is comically low. Like, I might just go get more of a bag of that. Chris Hanley says, fill bag, next coin, rinse and repeat. Yeah, that's good on theory, Chris, but the problem is, like, at what point do you have to not pay for power out of pocket? And, like, at what point is a bag a losing proposition? Like, at what point do you cut your losses on a bag and put it into a better one? Let's see. Red Panda says 3070 is 30 megahash, 150 watts. 4070 Ti is 32 megahash, 150 watts on Kapow. Look, Panda, you're not wrong, but the 170 HXs would be my Kapow GPU. I'm not here to tell you the 40 series is good on Kapow because it's not. But if I'm mining a Kapow coin, I'm on the 170 HXs. Let's see. Kroot doesn't need to smoke anything. He's just like this. Yeah, I am the way I am, and I'm very unapologetic about it. Look, 3070s are good, right? And I might go mess around with that latest Kapow coin, honestly. But I don't know, guys. I just feel like for the prices you can get the 170 HXs from Alibaba, like, you can get them for between $475 to $500 right now. And I don't know, like, I'd rather have a $500 170HX that does 200 mega hash on Sil, 127 mega hash on iron, over a 3070. Look, I'm not here to tell you the 3070 is bad compared to the 40 series, right? Because I'm not even high on 40 series GPUs right now either. Like, I'm not buying any 4060 Ti's. I'm just all in on the 170HX. Like, so Pirate says, what happened in the 4060 Ti? 4060 Ti is all right. Like, it's making the same as a 3070 right now. Like, 4070 Ti, if you look at the 40, like, we'll just go to hashrate.no, right? I mean, they're off, but they're going to be off for everything. They show a 3070 making 15 cents, and I'm pretty sure a 4060 Ti is about the same. Let me see if I can find it. I don't even know where the 4060 Ti is on here. Now, like I said, these prices, like, yeah, it's like 18 cents. So it's all the same. I'm not going to discredit the 3070 bang for buck, right? And the 3070 Ti is great. I actually, my mining, or my former hosting client whose GPUs are sitting empty in my shed or in my garage, I might try to buy his 140 or 3070 Ti so that I could fill one of the PCSP Octo miners with it. Look, I really think that the 170HX, right? I really think the 170HX is better bang for your buck than the 3070. Now, I know it's not as flexible, but on the things it's profitable on, it is way more profitable. And as far as the 50 series, because 3ML says, dude, I'm high on the 50 series, I think the 50 series is going to be an utter bust, man. Like, if you look at the latest rumors on GB202, the 5090 is basically going to be a 170HX in terms of ETH hash with more power. So, like, I'm sure it'll be really good on core, but if it's going to cost $2,000 and you can literally buy 4 170HXs for it, I don't know, man. I'm really down on the 50 series as far as mining. Red Panda says, the Pirate, don't bring AMD in this conversation. Dude, AMD is rough right now. I have the BC 160s mining right now on iron, and, like, I don't know, guys. They're not that good. I mean, they're decent. Like, where's BC 160? I'm probably actually going to start spec mining with them again, going back into another coin, but they're not doing well at all. Like, none of these AMD GPUs are doing well. Like, the 170 or the BC 160, meh, right now. The BC 250, meh. The 6000, the 7000 series sucks. And, like, the 6000 series, I don't know, like, let's look at the 6900 XT. It's making like 15 to 20 cents right now. Now, all mine are spec mining Core AI, which they're probably making nothing on. But I don't know, man. I wouldn't buy AMD GPUs to mine. Maybe the 6600 XT, but Ozzy says MI50s for the win. Man, the MI50s aren't even making that much. Like, if the BC 160 on iron is making like 7 cents, the MI50 is probably making like 14 cents. Let's see. Fast says the 170HX rocks on Ergo. Yeah, it does. The 170HX really rocks on Ergo. Let's see. Chris Hanley says, I've been shutting down rigs to keep power in budget. AAP has a decent app that tracks power usage. Man, without giving my real job away, I can't say anything about that power company. Without say like I can't say anything else about that. Jock Miner says, I gotta say that's all I got apart from 2060s and 2070s, which are dust gatherers. Yeah, look, I mean the 6600 and the 6600 XT are solid, but I think those might be the only AMD ones I might mine with right now. I'm gonna do a video probably on that actually in the near future too. I'm getting good video ideas. I'm getting the juice flowing. I'm really glad I streamed today. Drew says RX 50 or 5700 XT. Trust. Yeah, right. The 5700 XT and the my Navi, my free 5600 XT rig is off. I'm not mining with that thing, and I have the power. 6 cents on iron. Like, you have to triple mine to make anything on it. Chlor's making 4 cents. Nah, guys. I think it's time. I think that's a good video. I think it's time to shut down AMD GPUs for mining, guys. Woof! That might be today's video. That might be today's video. I don't know. I think it's time, guys. I think I gotta shut mine down. These profits are bad. Like these profits are real bad. Whew. What is the BC? Let's see what the BC 250 says on iron. And like these numbers are all off. So they're probably worse. BC 250 has 11 cents on iron. That's probably, the power's definitely not accurate. I would guess the power on these things, man, what are you using? Let me see what it says here. Let's see how wrong this is. Give me a second, guys. I'm going into my Hive. The BC 250, for anybody listening, it says it uses 67 watts on iron and you get about 35.6 mega hash. So let's see how wrong this is. Bear with me. I gotta find it. I got so many windows open that sometimes it's like it's hard to find all my stuff. All right, here it is. All right, Hive. Let's see how bad this is. All right. So my BC 250s. Keep in mind I have 24 of them, and they're dual mining. Let's see. One of them is showing 93 watts, and that's with both. I mean, obviously that's not accurate, but let's say, I don't know, you're probably using about 90 watts on iron. So let's put it in the calculator, right? And I'll try to do maybe a more in-depth, like I'll pull a BC 250 out when I shut it down, which will probably be soon. Let's see. Where are we? Ironfish. I'm in the calculator. All right, so we're at like 30, or let's just say 35, right? And then let's say about 85. Let's be generous here. It's showing 7 cents profit, and that's a 10 cents kilowatt hour. That's fun. Catching up on chat. Chris Hanley says I have 13 5700 XTs running. Chris Hanley, what is your power rate and what are you running? Rud Paul is saying what's up to everybody. Welcome, buddy. Welcome. He says he's also not mining for immediate profit. And there's nothing wrong with not mining for immediate profit, right? Like, I've been saying it before. If you can write off your power and you're okay hodling, sometimes it makes sense to buy or to mine for not much profit. It's just when you have other GPUs that are more profitable and you're limited on power, then it changes. Like, right now, because of the way my power bill works, the more power I use, the more profitable everything is. So I'm running, a lot of my AMD GPUs. Whereas if my power goes back to like a normal person power bill, you'll definitely see probably half my farm shut off, which is fine. I mean, these GPUs have all paid for themselves. I don't owe any money on any of these GPUs. Let's see. Zapirate says 4 months ago you were all in on 5600 XTs. So when I say I was all in on those, right? I was all in on them. Well, everything was profitable back then. They were making like 35, 40 cents a day. And I was all in on them because they were cheap. You could buy them for like $90. Like if you bought a $200 5700 XT, you're not happy about that right now. You're a lot better off if you bought like a $90 5600 XT. Cuz like look at the profitability between the 5700 XT and the 5600 XT. They're probably like the same. Let's look. Now, again, I know these numbers aren't always accurate, but look, a 5700 is 7 cents showing here, and a 5600 XT is 6 cents. Let's see, and again, like I've already said, I know these numbers aren't perfect. I don't even see the 5700 XT here. Where is it? Let me search for it. Where is the 5700 XT? What? Here, maybe it's just AMD. There we go. Okay, so it's making double what a 5600 XT is on that new Kapow coin. All right, that's fair. Jersey Jedi says, hi. Krootman Tech and Mining, anything profitable yet? On AMD. I don't know. This new Kapow, like these new Kapow coins might be all right. Jeff asked, what's my electric rate? My electric rate is 10 cents per kilowatt hour for now. I think it's like, actually, I just did it. I think it's like, yeah, it is. No, it's like 10.5 because I have some stuff off. So it's a little higher. Like 10.5 cents. Um, I know there's like some new Kapow coins that people are mining, and I might actually just jump on some of them. I might just say screw it. You know, I have a few more days of cheap power. I might toss that to the wind. We'll see. Um, let's see. Catching up. Chat's blowing up. I really appreciate it. Smash that like button, guys. But I mean, like, I would definitely be interested to see your like to know your strategies, guys. Like, are you? I'm gonna post it in chat, right? Let's start a poll. Are you? Let's see. What? Let's see. What is your mining plan? And for everybody who just joined in, I really appreciate it. Please smash that like button. We got about 30 to 35 people watching and listening. We're talking about how I'm kind of down on mining. I've got some pretty good video ideas actually from this chat. So you guys are great. I'll tell you what though, even if I am down on mining, I love doing these streams because it's always great talking to everybody and hearing what everybody's doing. And Chris Hanley asked me, is that delivery with delivery? Yes, that is all in. I am super lucky because my regular rate is like 8 cents. So basically I'm paying like 2 cents delivery charges. Are you spec mining, holding and paying power out of pocket is the first one. Selling daily for profits. And then I'm going to say the next one is are you selling to cover power and holding the rest, or a mix of the above? Mix of the above, all above. Let's start this poll. I'm curious to see what is your GPU. Oh, why isn't it let me starting the poll? All of the above. Hold on. Whoops. This poll isn't I'm trying to start this poll. Add options. Why isn't it letting me make a poll? That's weird. Create a poll. We're going to try to create this poll again. I don't know why. Start a poll. What is your mining strat? Sorry, guys. Trying to get this poll going. What is your mining strat? Mining and holding. Paying for power out of. There we go. I think it's. No, it's not letting me do a poll. I guess we're not doing a poll. So just tell me what it is. Panda says, I'm currently mining $85 on Zealous a day on the whole GPU farm, 40 in electric. That's not bad, Panda. I'm currently, so I don't have all of my rigs on Zealous. I'm making about 45 to 50 a day in Zealous with about 63 in power, $63 in power, which isn't bad, but I have all my AMD rigs on something else. I have 2 of my rigs on the Zealous fork still because I'm kind of just like, why not leave them on the Zealous fork to see where they go? Catching up on chat. Speaking of tossing, salad, baby, salad. Oh, man. So, look, I'm cool. I think salad is cool, but, like, I need to figure out how. I'm probably going to DM Mining King on it, but I need to figure out how to secure my network from people trying to get in. And if I can do that, I will probably put, like, 3 to 5 GPUs on salad because I have a 16 gig 4060 Ti. I have a 16 gig or a 12 gig 3060, and then I've got my 3090. So maybe I'll put them on salad. Jersey Jedi says, anyone hear about Mysterium nodes? I bought a couple Raspberry Pis and put them in 6 different locations. Pretty good income. No, I have no idea what you're talking about. Chris Hanley's mining Raven and Iron with his 5700 XTs. Sadie, sometimes what's going on? And Red Panda asks ZXT. Yeah, I have. I didn't go crazy on ZXT Panda. I don't know. I thought it was going to launch this weekend, and I was really busy. So knowing that I wasn't going to be able to get on right away and sell, I was like, meh. So I have, looking at my farm, I'm pretty certain my 1660 Supers have been on it since day one. And then my 3060 Ti rig is on it. So I'm like, whatever. I think I have like 100 of it. And if it lists good, it lists good. And I'll just dump it right away. If it doesn't, I don't know. But I definitely think one thing that I'm going to do when I do this big shed reorganization that should start later this week, I think I'm going to be, I'm trying to think of the word. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have like a spec mining part of the shed where like I'm going to put rigs on their own circuit and they're going to be more of the spec miners where I'm like willing to risk that power. Because I want to try to like balance like what like, and I'll just be like a degenerate on spec mining with that. As long as it can as long as the rest of the farm can cover that power, any profit I make off of it is worth it. So that's kind of how I'm gonna look at it. Backwards Miner says, "What type of network do you have?" So I have I have like 100 up, 100 down, regular old Verizon network that it's pretty secure. So I don't know if like I should if I make a salad rig, I don't know if I should put it in like a VM or not. Me getting a bag of with me RX 470s. Man, those RX 470s, I know people are trying to buy them to think they can flip them later. I don't think they're going to be possible to flip. But one thing I am going to do is I think what I'd like to do with those is I think I would like to see how fast I can turn them all into gaming GPUs and see if I can do it in a pretty cheap and efficient way. And then maybe I'll like give them away or sell them or I don't know. I think that would be a cool video. And I think I can do it. I think I learned a lot on the last one. So we'll see. But my 178Xs, guys, they're crushing it. I am excited about those. And I am definitely trying to buy more of them. Like I'm getting, the whole case is doing like, how much power am I using? Where's the power on? I'm using like 1200 watts on this whole case for 5 of them. And I'm getting 127 mega hash and it's been hot. And these things have been stable. They crashed one time in the last week. Like they are running pretty stable. And like even when it's 105 degrees in the shed, those things are like 70 degrees with like memory of 85, which is incredible. Panda says, get a Ubiquity UDM Pro and a Ubiquity 2448 port to make VLANs and click the isolate button. Panda, can I just make VLANs on my PC too? Like, can I just rent out the VLAN part of the PC or can I not do that either? But that might not be a bad way to do it. I just don't know how much Ubiquity stuff costs. And I don't know how much I want to spend on it either. So we're going to go for another 20 minutes. Let's see. What else do I want to share on here? Zapirate says, you forgot the part where people need to learn about basic networking subnets. Yeah, dude, you're right. Like, a lot of people don't know a lot about basic networking. I know the very basics. I do networking for my job, and I had to set up a cloud server at a remote location, and it was a nightmare getting that set up in a way that wasn't going to get it hacked from the world. So like I spent hours on that, and I was not excited for that. Let's see, has anything gone up in price since we've started? Nope. I am excited for lithium though. There's going to be that there's that mining conference next week in Vegas. I'm kind of bummed I didn't go. I had offers to go out for it, but I'm going to be in Vegas in like 2 weeks anyway, which I think I might share that trip. Like, I think I might share some stuff from that trip. I don't know yet. We'll see. Let's see. Recommendation to boot 120 BC 250s. I mean, I think you need power that's like under I think you need power at like 7 or 8 cents or less. But PXE would probably be the best way to do it. No. Jeez. Let's see. Yeah, Panda, I might bother you about networking. I know that's what you did in your former job, and I'm not the best at it. So we'll see. But I am hopeful that Bitmain announces an Lithium or an RXD ASIC, and that the price starts going up to the moon. I really, really hope so. Squared Away Crypto says, when in doubt, donut docker containers. Resin, I'm not reading that, and I don't do that. It's not my thing. I couldn't do that. Uh, I have some funny stories with some buddies though, but that is not my thing. And yeah, I know how to avoid that stuff when I go out there. So, woo. Guys, I know it's a car cast too, so I try to read the stream in, but I can't read that, so I'm not doing that. Vertcoin is up. Woot woot woot. Vertcoin. I haven't looked at Vertcoin in so long. Well, why did I type it in there? Vertcoin. Vertcoin is up. Hoots at, let's see. What else is up a lot? What else is up? Anything else good that's up? What's ETH at? What's Ethereum at? Ethereum's down a little bit. What is Zill at? My boy Zill. What are you at, Zill? You're at 4. You're down a little bit. That's no fun. Let's see. What's Octaspace at? I'll tell you what, man. My Jazz Miner X16Q is doing great. That thing, I've had it for... I know I did a sponsored video on it, and I am working with Jingle Mining. But guys, like, so I got this. I paid $3,300 for this thing in. I paid $3,300 for my Jazz Miner in September. Not September. In December of last year, and I got it right after I got home from CES. So I've had it for 5 months, right? Like I've got. Let's see. I'll tell you. I've got about $1,000 in Octaspace on it. How much do? And then I've got what is pack? What is where Pac-Man? Because you get to mine, you get pack rewards too. I've got like 250 in pack. Right? Is this Pac-Man? Is this the right one? Oh, it might have crashed. Maybe it's not even real anymore. All right. Well, I guess Pac-Man isn't real anymore. Hold on, let me see if this is the right one. Pac. Is this it? Is this Pac-Man? Yeah, Pac-Man. Is this the right one? Pac, P-A-C. I think this is the right one. Right? Pac Project? No, I don't think this is. I don't know. I gotta find it. But I had some stuff in Pac. I don't know. It's the ETH hash coin. Let me see where it's trading. Hold on. Let me look. Let me look for Pac-Man. I want to give you if it's worth nothing, it's worth nothing. ETH hash. PAC. Is it in here? Nope. I guess Pac-Man is worth nothing now. Let's see. Hold on. Catching up on chat real quick. Jersey Jedi says, do you think the Excel calculator in hash rate not know is accurate? Red Panda says it's accurate now, not before. Interesting. And then I've probably mined like, God, how much Zill have I mined off? I think I made like $300 in Zill, and I have like 150 on ETC. So I basically have mined back like 45% of my value on the Jazz Miner X16Q in 5 months. And I didn't think I'd do that much, honestly. Like I really, really didn't think I'd make that much back on it. So, I mean, it's not terrible. Like I want another one. I really do. I know the new Jazz Miner is coming out, right? Eventually. Where is the new one? Jazz Miner. I know the new one is releasing sometime in the future. I don't even know what it's called. But like, it's going to take so long to come out that I will probably like ROI on it as soon as I like this X44Q, which I don't believe that. Is this it? Is this even the right? No, this probably isn't even the right site. Let's see if Jingle Mining has it up here. They don't have the X44Q yet. But like I think you'll make your money back on the Jazz Miner X16. I think I'll make my money back anyway before the other ones come out. And I want another one, and I'd probably buy another one and not be worried because they're not that expensive. Like they're like the cost of two 4090s, and they're way more profitable. Red Panda says you can go in the calculator and put your hash rate in and see it's pretty close now. That's interesting, Panda. I'll have to do that in a little bit. So what does it show the profitability of Zealous? Let's see, on a 4070 or 40 3070. Sure, still shows 21 cents. What does it show on the 170HX for Zell? 27. That's funny. Zell is a weird coin where it's actually not better. But I mean, look at the 170HX profitability, and mine's better than this because they're only showing 107 mega hash. So like if you plug it into the power cost, sorry guys, I'm bouncing all over the place, but I'm just talking about what interests me right now. Let's see. What do we got? 127 at 200 watts. 200 watts. What are we looking at? We're looking at 51 cents a day. So it's like 4090 level profitability. Jazz Miner giveaway stream Sadie says, yeah, I got to get I'm trying to get them to send me one. I don't even like so far, I don't know. But look, I will say this, right? I am never going to promote ASICs that I don't believe in. I'll probably never get in big with a lot of the ASIC resellers because I only like small ASICs. Like the Jazz Miner is probably the largest ASIC I like. Like I really don't like the idea of spending $8, $10, $12,000 on an ASIC. Like I really don't feel comfortable spending that much. They actually asked me to do a video on the AL box where they would send me, they were going to pay me, but they offered to send me like the specs and what it can mine. And I told them no. I said I don't want to do a video on the AL box because I know Pandem are ROI'd on it, and I know some people probably have already ROI'd on it, but I still wouldn't have risked it, and I still think it's trash, and I don't think you'll ROI on it if you buy it. Like, if anything, you need to wait until the 18th to see if any announcements for lithium ASICs come out. Then maybe you could take a gamble, but guys, I don't know, right? Like, if we go to ASIC miner value, right, all right, so we're going to go to 0.10 cents, which is my power rate. I really don't like the AL box. I really don't. I mean, it went from $50 to $30 a day. Panda, I thought you ROI'd on your AL box. Okay, Panda says he hasn't. Let's see. Work now says Red Panda Mining. If you had to boot 120 AMD BC250s, choose SSD or run a network boot. I would run a network boot, but I don't know if I'd want to boot all of those. That'd be nuts. I mean, the best thing you could do is flash all the SSDs with all of the names of the workers and everything and have them all in the same farm. So when you turn the power on in the back, all 12 will boot at the same time. And then if all 12 boot at the same time on the BC250s, right, then you can just select them all and run the same flight sheet. But you got to remember, too, some of the BC250s have different BIOSes. It's weird. Some of them have more memory on the GPUs, which makes it a pain in the rear. I don't know. I'm not as high on the BC250s as I was, but they're not terrible. Like, I didn't lose money on mine. I made money on both mine. Well, the one I bought made its money back, and the other one I got for free. So, what do you want me to tell you? And I got the fan shroud kits for free. I paid for the SSDs and the fans, and that's it. But like the AL box, I don't know. Like, I don't want to promote. I'm not going to promote ASICs that I don't believe in. Anyway, is what I'm getting at. I just don't. I don't think it's worth. I wouldn't do it. Like, if you look at the Jazz Miner, what does it say it makes here? The Jazz Miner X16Q says it makes about $229 a day. Mine makes about $5 a day. So I know that's not accurate. Well, that's before power. So let me see. Let me get the watts. Hold on. Let me get the kilowatt hours of it. Give me a second and I'll tell you that. Okay. 444. So I use about 444 a month divided by 31. 14. So 14 times 10. All right. It's $1.40 a day. So I guess I make about $5 minus 1.40. All right. So I make about $3.60 a day on it, which isn't terrible. Jersey Jedi says I use 2 profits from 2 KS0 Pros to pay for a KS0 Pro Ultra. So I'm trying to get Jingle Mining to send me one of those so I can do a review on it. I'd like to play with it. I'm going to do a ridiculously dumb video this summer when I have them for a year. But I hate to say it, but my 3 KS0 Pros, or my 3 KS0s, were by far the most profitable crypto mining hardware that I bought in 2023. And probably going to be the most, like, they by far and away made more money than everything else. And I hate to say that, but it's true. And but remember, I got into it super early, right? Like, I got into it super early. And, I mean, they mined, I'll just tell you how much they mined. They mined about, I want to say, I'm winging it a little bit, but they mined about 60,000 Caspa, which is worth, a decent amount. And I paid for them, I think I paid $3,500. So they definitely did me good. Those 3 KS, and they're still mining. I mean, my KS0 Pros are making, what are they making a day? I think they're making like 60 cents a day. Hold on, I'll tell you how much they're making a day. No, they're making like 40 cents a day profit. So they're making like 3070 Ti numbers. I don't know. Let's see. Jersey Jedi says, I miss the days of solo mining on my KS0 Pros. Yeah, me too. I wonder if Bunga's ever going to list. Like, is Bunga ever going to are they ever going to list Bunga? Because I have a lot of Bunga, and I would like them to list it. So, I mean, all my KS0s were on there. Do I use a breakout board adapter with the KS0 Pro? So, I don't own a KS0 Pro. I only own a KS0. I would actually like to get a KS0 Pro so I could do the comparison between all 3. Mine are on laptop bricks, but I did... Tech Hustler, I think, sent him to me. He sent me the one of the veteran miner one of the veteran miner cables, and I was thinking about buying another 2 so that I could put them all in the shed on because I don't know if these laptop bricks will work on 240. I have to double check. But like, I really don't want to spend any more money on my KS0s because they're not making any more. Like, if I were to spend like 30 to 60 bucks on parts for them, I mean, how long is that going to take to make back? So like, I would rather probably just leave them in the garage where they are and just, I don't know, run them till they die or they're worth selling, because they're not worth selling and there's no point running them till they die. So yeah, KS Bridge was the way forward last year. Look, I mean, a lot of people did good on Caspa A6. I hope nobody got wrecked, but, it's a zero-sum game. Someone eventually has to get wrecked on them, right? So it's 1 o'clock. I'll stay on for another 5 or 10 minutes. I'm having a good time streaming. I've got some good ideas. I've got some good video ideas right now for, I got some good video ideas, and I'm definitely going to get today's video out eventually. I kind of had a topic. Hold on one second. But I might tweak it. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I think I kind of need to open everybody's eyes with AMD GPUs because they're not looking good. They're not looking good. I don't have an Ace K. I don't have an ETCMC node, man. I thought those things were... Look, if you got in early, you made some money. But I definitely... I don't know. Look, it's like anything, right? Like, I knew about a lot of this stuff early. But I was still a little gun-shy from HNT, where I, like, didn't really want to go in on any of this stuff. And, yeah, I don't know. So, Pirate says RPM is streaming. All right, well, if Red Panda Mining is streaming, I don't want to keep going. Let me get a link to his stream, and I will send you all to Red Panda's stream. Thanks, Panda, for waiting for me. I definitely appreciate it.
Were you born?
Let's see. We're gonna get this. I'm gonna get you guys a link, and let's move to Panda's stream. I really, really appreciate you guys watching my stream and listening. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to go ahead and link you guys. Again, I really, really appreciate it. Let's see. Let's see if I can move everybody to Panda's stream. I'm going to put a redirect right here to Panda's stream. So let's see if I can get it. All right, I got a redirect for Panda's stream. I'm going to end it now. You guys all have fun. Smash that like button and subscribe. We're all going to Panda's stream right now. All right? Tell them you came from me. Later, guys.